Yes, sir. We are back at it again. It is I, your host with not so much the most, Craig Captain Cappin. Mix coming back to you on a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful free Friday, man. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in the sports dungeon, introduce the one and the only Geb. That's him. He is the one. I gotta give it to. What you got?
T'Challa. The T'Challa Files. Like Street Fighter. Sonic Boom like Guile. Living foul. In the fast lane. Don't need to know my first. Just listen to the last name. It's a little something, something. A little something, something.
Little something, something. But that's something to remember, though. Remember.
Welcome to the dark side.
The dark side. But before we get into that, we have a very, very, very prominent figure on our channel, man.
Who that? Who you talking about, bro?
Man, the man known as D Money, man. D Money has graced us with his presence.
Okay.
Of that, the man D Money has decided to be of the sports dungeon. So it's no longer a duo, it's a trio. We the Three Musketeers now, man. Yo, introduce yourself, DMG. What's good, Chief?
Peace, man. This your brother DMG, host of Paradigm Shift TV 314. Glad to be here. Salute to the chat, salute to the brothers. Let's get it on.
Yeah, yes,
no
sir.
doubt.
Yes, sir. You know, me and I, and DMG and I have been talking, right? And we got some serious business to get to. So I'm gonna stop the music. So check it out, right? Check it out, right? We all love sports. This is a sports dungeon. We all enjoy athleticism. We all enjoy the training, the sweat equity, the drive, just the pure tenacity of a lot of these athletes. And we respect that, you know what I'm saying? We respect the legends. We respect the role players. We respect the underdogs. We respect them because they have a hard work ethic to get to that level of professionalism to compete. But, you know, without further ado, here's the problem. And this is what we're going to talk about today, but I got to get with the title. The title is The Deception and the Narratives. It's the Sports Dungeon edition. So today, we're going to break down
narratives and deceptions.
Yes, the narrative and deceptions. I'm sorry for that. But we're going to break down the false propaganda with a lot of players. We're going to break down the overhyping and just the pure blatant disrespect and the delusion. We're going to break it all down, man. Because DMG got some stuff to get off his chest. Geb sure do, and I got some also. Without further ado, hey, gentlemen, which one of you would like to go first?
Hey, man, look. We're going to let D Money go first.
D Money!
He just got, we got to give him his little information. I want to hear what he got to say about this, man. You know what I mean?
Debut. This is his debut.
Definitely the debut, man. I just want to hear what's going on. You know, we in the sports groups. I hear the rumblings. I'm going to address some of the conversations that him and Ratchet had. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we gonna get to it. I got some issues with some of the things they were saying, but it's all. But you know, I'm gonna let my brother speak his speech.
No doubt. I appreciate the hospitality and letting the newest member of the team go first, but I just feel like it's a lot of disingenuous so-called journalism going on in the sports world right now in this particular era, if we can call it that. We see stuff out there like all of a sudden Steph Curry is the best point guard ever. Better than Magic Johnson. Better even than Oscar Robinson. Better than John Stockton, Mark Jackson, people of this ilk. And it just, I'm like, where is this coming from? This to me is almost as egregious as LeBron James being better than Michael Jordan. But I just feel like it's an agenda that's underlying all of these type of comments. Like all of a sudden, you know, me and Craig was talking earlier. Our boy Ice Trey, he was dubbed a selfish coach killer. James Harden was dubbed as being washed. Then he come out and knock down 45 points, and all of a sudden, oh, he invoked Houston James Harden. I just wonder what the agenda is in terms of the sports media for, you know, pushing these things, like, you know, Lamar Jackson not displaying a lot of intelligence, not having an agent, because an agent would be advocating for him, and, you know, this and that. They ain't talking about how much that agent will be taking, because when he got this deal, he ain't have to pay nobody. That's all his and his mama's. But his intelligence was being questioned when he was going through this process. And so, you know, I'm just curious as to what kind of insight y'all gonna have on these topics, and how did we get to this point where most of these athletes who are being criticized and scrutinized by mostly Black analysts, some of which are former athletes, are Black? And so, to me, it's something underlying with some of this over criticism, because you have people like Ben Simmons, who I think deserves some tough criticism, and then you have people like I said, Ice Trey, James Harden, etc. We didn't get a lot of publicity when James Harden took way less money than he could have got, so that the 76ers could continue to improve their team. That didn't get a lot of pub. But this whole he choking the playoffs and he washed and all of that it was a lot of talk of that all season, and basically since he left Brooklyn. So I just wonder what the agenda is. We see Shannon Sharp basically try to diminish Michael Jordan legacy while exaggerating LeBron's and trying to diminish Kevin Durant's. So I just wonder what the issue is. I see our brother Sutek in the building, and he said the real face of boxing comes back. I didn't know Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson or Roy Jones or
Sugar Ray Robinson. He talking about Sugar Ray.
You know, any of these individuals came out of retirement and was back in their prime, because that must be who he's talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna pass it to y'all and see what y'all got to say. Salute.
Man. Right. Absolutely, man. That was a lot of information, man. Now we talking about James Harden. We talking about Steph Curry. Steph Curry up there in the same conversation with, you said, Oscar Robinson, LeBron James. Who else did you say?
I don't know if you heard Colin Cowherd last week when the Warriors beat the Kings and Steph scored 50. He said in his mind, Steph Curry has surpassed Magic Johnson as the greatest point guard in NBA history. So that means he not only is past Magic, he passed Oscar Robinson, John Stockton,
right?
All you know, all of these great point guard, Isaiah Thomas, Mark Jackson. It's wild. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I hear you. It sounds like it's an agenda to move the old school players and just move them to the side and out the way, leave them for whatever to trash company, put them in the trash can, and we ain't gotta talk about them ever again. Because it seems like every time somebody rise up in this modern era, they gotta downplay the era that these players used to watch. The reason why they are what they are today is because they used to watch these very players that these guys are downing. It's like it's an agenda. Now, I love Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking that. That's a bad boy right there. Now, you said better point guard than Magic Johnson? Nah. That is better shooter than Magic Johnson, most definitely. Better player than Magic Johnson. Come on, man. I mean, I always say errors is errors, man. Magic is bad in this era. Steph is bad in this era today. How can you say this man is better than Magic, man? How can he be better than Magic? Magic Johnson, man.
Hey,
6'9", 250.
If I may, I would ask this. Is Steph a point guard?
According to the modern day NBA, they ain't got no position. They don't even have a position these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real here. What position does these guys play? Like, remember AI? Was AI a point guard? Was he a two guard?
Well, remember, because of his size, he played point guard. But remember when Larry Brown came to the 76ers, Eric Snow was the point. AI
Eric
was
Snow. Right.
See what I mean? So
right. He was two guard. So Steph Curry, I mean, you see, we man, you come out, so okay. We can relate to the old point guards, right? The old NBA, it was point guards average 7 to 12 assists. You know what I'm saying? Magic Johnson exceeded that. He was plus 10 every year, damn near, right? These are point guards who pass more than likely than they shoot. Get the team involved, make the team better, run the offense, floor generals. You know what I mean? Steph Curry, he can do that. It's the modern era. He can do that, but this man, he's so good. He does everything else as well. He can run the point. He can run around screens like Reggie Miller and shoot the three, catch and shoot. He can run around screens like Rip Hamilton for mid-range, shoot the mid-range shot, and he can shoot off the dribble. He's a triple threat. So, what do you think, brother? You think that Steph Curry is over Magic Johnson?
Not at all. I don't think Steph Curry is over John Stockton.
Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa.
As a point guard?
Whoa.
Now, and you do realize John Stockton led the league in assists 9 straight years.
Listen,
because that's the point guard's priority, to get other people the ball, right?
Oh, no doubt about that. But like I said, we are in a different era with different style of play.
Yeah, that's why I asked, is Steph Curry even a point guard? Because to me, he is shooting guard. It's just that he in the point guard slot because they got Klay Thompson. But to me, he not even a point guard. Just like to me, Kyrie Irving not a point guard. But that's me. I just feel like I look at AI and these guys are better shooters than AI was, I feel like if Larry Brown was the coach, he would have slid them in that 2 slot just like he did AI. And so I just feel like the point guard's main objective is to get other people involved. Because even somebody like Isaiah, who will give you the business, still was putting up 9 or more assists a game.
Right. So, do we see that often today? Do we see a lot of players averaging 9+ assists on their respective team? Do you see that? I mean, who do you see? Who do you see that reminds you of these old players?
I think the last like true point guard that we saw was Chris Paul.
Okay, point guard. That's the point guard, no doubt.
And I mean, to me, like James Harden is really a point guard. He playing more of the point guard role since he's been in Houston than most people at that position. But he playing from the 2 spot. So that like the fluidness of this new era of the NBA, it's right. It's a little confusing sometimes, but yeah, especially in the backcourt in terms of whose priority is to do what. So that's why I say in terms of point guards, I would put John Stockton ahead of Steph Curry because his priority was to get other people the ball, same as Magic Johnson. Now in terms of just an all-time guard, Steph Curry is in the top 5. But if we're talking strictly on point guards, that position and what the job entails, then he's not in my top 5.
Okay, so, but is that fair? Is it fair to say that because he's not required to do what John Stockton did? If we ask John Stockton to do what Steph can do, would he be able to do it?
No.
If we ask Steph to do what John Stockton did, will he be able to do it?
I don't think so.
You think he can't get his team the ball, facilitate, and get his team and get average 10 assists?
Nah, I think he could average 8, like he did when Mark Jackson was the coach.
But wait a minute. So if he could average 8,
well, I guess it would
depend. Average 10?
I guess it would depend on the system and the coach and what they what they actually wanted him to do, and whether or not he had the horses to, because John Stockton had Karl Malone virtually his whole career. Magic Johnson had Kareem, Worthy, Byron Scott. You know what I mean? So
right.
And I see your point with regards to whether that's fair. The only reason I say it's fair is because, again, if getting your teammates involved is the objective of a point guard, for me, Steph Curry's objective is to shoot.
Okay, I got you.
Is shooting guard to me.
Okay, but watch this. Watch this. I would say not only he can do what Stockton can do, but I'm gonna even say this. He is not only is he can do what Stockton can do, but he is doing what Stockton can do right now, and then some. You know why? Because Steph Curry demands the defense to change for him, which lead his offense, people like Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, to get more shots than normal because of Steph's ability to create and run around the screen and they gotta put their defense towards this guy so he won't get off and kill him out there. So what Steph is doing actually, man, he is getting everybody else involved, even the guys that may on other teams they might be mediocre, like the loonies and all that. He's making it easier for the Draymond Greens, the loonies, the Klay Thompsons.
Before we get back on topic, how would you compare Steph to Isaiah Thomas?
Well, I look at them two as like totally different players. I look at Zeke. Zeke was a dog, right? Defender. He can play. He's a better defender than Steph. I think Steph's defense is underrated. You know what I'm saying? But I think their styles is totally different. But like I said, Steph can do everything on offense. It's like what you need him to do. He can do it. Like Zeke. Like I said, is it fair to say Zeke can't pull up the three? They didn't shoot many threes back then. It wasn't required. You know what I mean? That wasn't a guess. Why it's hard to do the whole who's better and what. You just got to do the era. Zeke era. He dominated this era. Steph is dominating this era. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to say who's better between those two. Well, you know, it's an era thing, man.
Okay, I got you. So now getting back on topic with regards to what you said about people kind of trying to erase past errors, and it's kind of like, you know how we, you know, Tom Brady is the GOAT, and so, you know,
right.
Joe Montana and the fact that he went undefeated in the Super Bowl is kind of like poo-poo.
Yeah.
LeBron James is the GOAT, even though he under 500 in the finals, and Jordan is 6-0. What do you think the motivation is to sort of boost up what's going on now and kind of sweep the past away? Because my theory is this. I think because in the past, like with football, you had people like Junior Seau, who obviously suffered from tremendous head trauma. He was a tremendous player, a superstar, signature,
Absolutely.
all of that. But because of the way he passed away and what they found out with regards to head trauma and all of that, you look at somebody like my favorite player of all time, Emmitt Smith. When you look at him, even though he's not that old, he looks old because the game takes a toll. Even Barry Sanders, who I think is the most talented running back ever, he looks older than what he actually is, and he avoided punishment, you know, because he was so doggone fast. But I feel like even with the NBA, you look at the bad boy Pistons and how they beat the snot out of Michael Jordan, or even Paris Knicks. And I feel like people believe that the current product is just a better presentation, at least in the NBA and the NFL. I can't really speak on the NHL and MLB because they seem to really attach themselves to their past. MLB, you know, steroid issues aside. But they seem to attach themselves to those past eras. But in the NFL and the NBA, it's kind of a divide there. So what's your take on that?
Man, I think they need new blood. I think in every era they kind of hyped up the the current era that was then. Like when Jordan was coming up, he was leaving the '80s, the Magic Johnson, Larry Birds, Bad Boy Pistons. They was the three dominant teams in the '80s. You know what I'm saying? Showtime Lakers, must see TV. Lakers versus Celtics, damn near almost every year. Then Detroit came in there, little monkey ranch. Who are these guys in Detroit? They came and won a few of them in the '80s. Michael came into his own, got his team, got his coach. Boom. Now you got Chicago in the '90s. But not only you had Chicago, you had Houston. You know what I'm saying? So you got these other players. You got Karl Malone's in the league, the Olajuwons, the Barkleys. You know what I mean? Then later on, Grant Hills, Penny Hardaways. What they're doing, what I think they're doing is today it's not the same what they was doing back then. Today is just nonsense. Today is just pure agendas. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to blame LeBron for this, man, but it's kind of hard not to because like it's like they're doing all this for LeBron. And I know they do it for other people, but for him, he's like the top of the list because he's the face. It's like we're going to change. Now we're looking at stats as the criteria to show you who is the greatest ever. LeBron did this, and they did that. Oh man, the 20 years. Look at how they make his team better. He went to 3 different teams, won championships. Narratives and deception. Narratives is LeBron, 20 seasons. He's better than Mike. He's the GOAT. Look at him. He's Iron Man. He's been there for 20 seasons. He's 38 years old. Look what he's doing. Narrative. What's the deception? At 38, Michael Jordan and LeBron. 38, 39, 40. Jordan came back after 3 years in retirement to play with the Wizards for reasons that some people probably don't even know. Came back with the Wizards. He's playing after being off for 3 years. He's playing. They win. They lose like they're on a losing streak. They lost like 8 games, 7 games in a row, whatever, right? But then they win 9 games in a row. They're over 500. But then they get injured for the whole season. He get injured for the whole season. What did he do next year? Came back next year and played the whole season. LeBron hasn't played a whole season in years. This is what they will never talk about. That's the deceptions. They will never talk about Jordan being 40 years old, playing 82 games in the league. They will never talk about it. So I think that their agendas is to try to erase the memory of the new people coming up. See, the young guys, the younger generation don't know these older guys like that, like we do. You know what I mean? So they're trying to put in their head that these are old people. They was on crack, like Gilbert Arenas, his narrative, they was on crack in the 80s and all that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You heard him, right?
Yeah.
You heard him, right?
Yeah.
So you see it. You see their play. They hire these guys, man. These guys I think they're being paid to do this. I think they're being paid, brother.
You know what's funny about what you just brought out, too? People forget, not only did he come back and play for the Wizards, that owner promised him an ownership stake and then withdrew it. Like,
yep.
You know what I mean? But
yep.
And the funny thing about that whole Jordan was gone for 3 seasons, came back, averaged like 23 a game, and then in his final season, I think he averaged 20 or 21. But and like you said, played 78 to 82 games at 40 years old.
82, the whole season.
Oh, so he played all 82 games. Like you said, our man LeBron haven't played all 82 games. And he ain't played 70 games since he been a Laker. And the funny thing about it, they won the championship in the bubble. People forget COVID knocked the season out for 4 months. Had he had to play straight through, odds are he probably would have got hurt again. And I'm not wishing nothing on the brother because I think LeBron one of the best humans that ever played in the NBA in terms of, you know, his speaking out against
oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
And things of that nature, opening up a school, all of that. I think that's all good. Bringing his partners with him, that's all great. I'm strictly talking about on the basketball court in comparison to Michael Jordan or even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because everybody make a big deal out of his playing 20 years, but like you said, he haven't played a full season since he's been with the Lakers, number one. Number two, they won the championship in the bubble year after they was off for 4 months. And he better be thankful that they was out for 4 months because they probably wouldn't have made it. But the other part of that is when we look at his peak and we look at Jordan peak, it's no comparison. It is no comparison. Jordan was with no such thing as a two-way player back then, because everybody you played defense, period.
Yep.
Wouldn't know he a two-way player. No, you played defense. You might have been Magic where you wouldn't, you know, a lockdown, but you got up on your man. Larry Bird was an underrated defender, but and people when we look at that era, it's easier to play 20 years now because you can't even touch nobody now. But Kareem playing 20 years is more impressive to me than LeBron playing 20 years. Kobe even playing 20 years, having started in 96 is more impressive because he transitioned out of one of the toughest eras into one of the softer eras. But LeBron is not as impressive. I mean, it's salute to him for still being around. But my thing is, you can't even like what used to happen to Jordan and Barkley and Dominique Wilkins when they went in the lane, now would get somebody suspended for 2 years. So, you know, talk about even in the same thing in football. You can't touch quarterbacks now. So talk about the difference in the difficulty of the game with regards to what you can and can't do in terms of the physicality and how that plays a role in the difference between the two eras.
And I gotta say this, right? And I have two things to ask you guys. Number one, in the NFL today, Big Mean Joe Green will not be able to play. You know what I'm saying? He won't be able to play at all. They be throwing all type of flags and stuff like that and penalties on him every day. So you are right. The era has changed, right? And number two, right? Let's put it to you like this, right? When we look at like I call them the oldies, right? No, you know what? I'm not going to disrespect them. The classics, right? The frontier, the forefathers. You know what I'm saying? When we look at the individuals who made the game what we know and love, for the Stephs, for the LeBrons, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, just for the generation right now, do you believe that a lot of the anchor men and anchor women who are ignorant of the history are pretty much in a lot of ways biased of the past and don't have enough knowledge to pretty much in a lot of ways, or pretty much don't care to actually give the correct knowledge of the terminology of athletics and how things have softened up?
Yeah. Well, So when you look at the landscape of everything, see new reporters, new commentators. So you see, I mean, a lot of them young, right?
Mm-hmm.
So meaning they'll have to study the game. They'll have to go back and study. So, but they didn't see it live. Like I didn't see the '60s and '70s live. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
could go back and look at footage, but I see looking at footage is great, right? But it doesn't tell you the full story. That's when I have to talk with my uncles and other old heads that I see who I talk to when I'm out in the streets. They give me the story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they seen these guys. They seen Wilt. They seen Bill Russell. They seen these guys in the '60s, '70s. They saw when Lou Alcindor comes to the league. They saw when he made the change of his name. They saw this man convert to Islam. They seen the Ali converted to Islam from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. They saw these things. I can go back and just look at the history and be proud of like, wow, this is fascinating right here. You know what I'm saying? Today, I don't think they're doing any of those things. They're not going back to the past and really diving into what these guys was doing, the structure of how they played, the limitations they had. You know what I mean? The restraint. You know what I mean? They don't know any of these things. So they got to say the guys today is much better, they're more athletic, but they're getting hurt more. They're not playing. They're soft. I forgot. Somebody just came out with a report that a lot of the players in the league saying that um, a lot of these players in the NBA don't even care about the game. Don't care about winning. You know what I mean? And they get so much money now.
So what do you think? Do you think it was? I think Karl Malone said no. Charles Barkley said that, and I believe Karl Malone followed after. I believe that's what he said.
Who that Charles?
Yeah, the greatest player in the world, America's favorite uncle, Charles Barkley.
And what did he say?
A lot of these players, they don't care about the game, and they're getting paid more. And
Yeah, right. Yeah. He always he always been saying that for some years now.
But then,
You know.
but then, one thing he did say that struck me. You know what I'm saying? That don't care about the game. Kevin Garnett said it also. He even though he was in later generation, I think he reached out to when AD was playing softly, right? He reached out to AD, told him to say, "Yo, you should MVP like almost every damn year." You know what I'm saying? He was him, saying, man,
Right.
like you haven't. He said, basically, a lot of ways, man. I don't know what's wrong with you, bro, but you're not in the game no more. It doesn't mean you. You know what I'm saying? So, man, whatever it is, whatever made you come here, find that again and get back into it and get back to what you need to be doing. If you look at it, man, Brooklyn just gave up on him. Brooklyn just like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, that is true. They don't have the heart for the game no more. They don't. They just give up at the end of the day. It's just a paycheck to them, and they don't put any sweat equity and work ethic into it. And it's not unpredictable like it once was. It's just so predictable. You can tell.
Now that I do blame on LeBron.
Which part? Which part is that?
The fact that these cats like winning is not a priority. Mm-hmm. They have no competitive fire whatsoever. Like once LeBron went to the Heat, that opened the door for Kevin Durant to lose to a team that he had down 3-1, and then he joins that team and a team
was that a problem?
For me, it was. Yeah, I mean,
why?
Because if you're gonna compete. Like That like in athletics, when is it acceptable in athletics to say if I can't beat him, join him?
That's you think that's why he did it?
What other reason was it? You had them down 3-1. They beat you, and then you joined.
Okay. So why nobody ever talk about the fact that they came to him and wanted him to play with them?
I do talk about that. They in the same boat he in.
Oh, so why don't they get the blame for wanting him? Because he get all the blame. See, narratives and deceptions.
Here's why. Because it's not a one player on that went to him in that situation. They should have went to him because he was the best player. Not one player on that team is better than Kevin Durant.
Wait. What about Steph Curry?
Is he better than Kevin Durant?
Yes. I mean, is he so much better than Steph? I mean, what's the what level is KD over Steph?
He can do everything Steph can do, and he's 7 foot.
He can't do everything Steph can do.
Well, check this out. Was he the best?
What can Steph do that Kevin Durant can't do?
What can Steph do that Kevin Durant can't do?
Yeah.
He can't run around the whole game and still have enough energy to hit threes, shoot 20 threes, and make 55% of them.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm positive.
I disagree.
I mean, hey, we got this. You seen the games. You got your stats. Mm-hmm. You got all that. Everything everybody want. The eye test, the stat sheets.
Kevin Durant doesn't shoot at volume, and he never has at that volume. But if he wanted to, I think he could.
Well, if he haven't, then maybe he can't.
Well,
maybe he'll get tired. Maybe he got the energy.
Being able to do something and not doing it is two different things. Because he played with Russell Westbrook, then he played with Steph Curry, then he played with Kyrie Irving. Now he played with Devin Booker. I don't think he's been in a situation where it was conducive for him to have to. And we know he's probably one of the most melancholy players that the NBA has ever seen. So if he doesn't have to do it, he probably won't do it. But that don't mean he can't.
Well, if he could, then he'd have been in more finals than he already have. He could.
Not necessarily.
You'd have took Brooklyn. Yeah, right.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because if he can do that means this man's on another level. If he can do better than what he already doing, who's going to stop him?
Remember, being able to do something and doing it is two different things.
So why isn't he doing it?
I would like to know that myself, because we saw him. We seen him do that in high school. We saw him do it at Texas, and we've seen him do it in spurts in OKC. So why don't he do it on a consistent basis? I don't think he wants to.
I want to say this, right?
Because he don't have to.
Hold on.
He defers more than he should.
I think it's because of the role playing thing. I think
you gotta use me. Go ahead.
I think he's steady, right? He can relax. He got Chris Paul over here. He has I keep forgetting dude's name. I'm pissed off. I don't want to say he could have got that rebound, but he just stayed over there. You know what I'm saying? So he's number 22 today. You know what I'm saying? So he got Booker. You know, Booker can throw up shoot 45 points and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's in a relaxed position, so he doesn't have to go hard. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't really have to go hard. And and I like KD, easy money. But he doesn't have that weight on his shoulder. You know how KD is. He do the whole, I'm just here. I'm KD.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking at him. I've been looking at him for these last years. The KD you seen and Golden State when he needed to take over. He did.
Mm-hmm.
He showed that he could do it. He showed he was able to do it. He did show that. But
But
then I seen him in Brooklyn, and I seen Boston just put the clamps on him, where it was just awful. And they sweep him? They swept him out the damn building.
They
yeah,
swept him.
and you know what? You know what? History repeats itself because look what the Nuggets is getting ready to do.
And I seen him in Brooklyn when he was playing Milwaukee. He was in mode. He was in that mode. One or 2 inches behind that 3-point line, they win the game, right? But foot on the line for overtime, they lose.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
I see it, but what I'm saying is Steph Curry, the man, so much out there because you got to deal with all aspects of this guy running around, be able to shoot the 3 ball. He can literally take you from down by 10 in 3 minutes. You down by 10. I don't think Steph get enough credit. He evolution. Listen, this man, everybody shooting threes because of this man.
Yeah. Hey, even though I like Trae Young, even though I'm wearing his jersey right now, you know what I'm saying? Everybody shooting threes because, you know what I'm saying? You changed the game of basketball. Literally.
He is must see
I agree
TV.
with that. I agree with that.
So, okay, so check this out, right? Check it out. And this is something because I'm wearing, you know, Trae Young. So, you know, since I'm repping Trae Young right now, right? I gotta talk about Mr. Number 11. I gotta talk about Ice Tway. I gotta talk about the guy from you know, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? The homie from Oklahoma. Check it out, right?
Hey, shout out to MVP in the building.
What's up, Chris? What's up, man? Shout out to Chris. But shout out to
Who?
Shout out to Andre,
Who?
baby. Moving on, right?
Who?
Moving on, right?
MVP.
I see. It might be.
You talking about Embiid? That's on MVP. I know DMG is Joel Embiid, brother.
Oh man, we got to talk then. We got to talk. That's another type of show though that we got to talk about because it's another MVP in these YouTube streets.
Oh man, I can't tell.
Oh man,
I can't tell. You talking about me?
Okay,
I talking about me, brother. You must be talking about me.
I see we got some stuff I gotta get some insight on. Okay.
You talking about the Broad Street Bully? I feel you. What's up?
Oh man.
Who y'all speaking of? Chris? What up, Chris? Chris, that's my boy, man. You know that's my boy.
Yeah,
we go to battle sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So that's what alphas do, right? No, I'm a Sigma.
Everybody want to be a Sigma today. Yo, but still check this out.
And once I learned it, brother, I said, that's me.
Hey, the mysterious one, I got you. But getting back to Trae Young, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
The point guard. Since we're talking about deceptions, narratives, check it out, right? I say right now, for point guards, in this era, I say Trae is between number 4 and number 5. You see what I'm saying? You know, that could change a little bit, but but because of the pure tenacity of Trae, right? Now, just like Geb said earlier, Trae was a ball hogging monster, coach killer, Chris Cole, black hole on the offense and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
when I say that, brother, what you talking about?
No. I said Chris called him a black hole, Trey Young, a black hole on the offense.
So like Geb said earlier. All right, cool. That's okay, cool.
No. But this is one thing that you said, right? Now, Geb said, how is that possible? This man was leading the league in assists, correct?
Correct. He was averaging 10 plus assists.
Yeah, it was 10 plus. Yeah.
He was averaging more assists than Luka.
Yeah, he beat Luka, right? But Trey, because of his popularity, right? Because of what he did in the Garden, I believe it was because of what happened in the Garden, right? He was targeted, and they was trying to tarnish his name, right? Now, even though Atlanta lost to Boston, right? Ice Tway put up a hell of a game. He scored, 45 or something like that? It was something he did. He had a dagger straight on the logo, right on the freaking Celtic. You see what I'm saying? And now everybody, just like how Geb said it, everybody want to build with Trey. We should build around Trey Young. We should do this. We should do that. I mean, trade rumors were coming out the wazoo. I mean, all that stuff. He's getting offered now. He got more love and popularity now because he's that hero. You see what I'm saying? But then again,
they forgot how good this man really is.
Forgot about Ice Tway. They forgot. You know what I'm saying? It's just really
narratives and deceptions.
Really, to be real with you, if it wasn't for him, right, Atlanta would not be within the play-in. It wouldn't make no playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, look at him. You know what I'm saying? He's like I say he's a junior Steph at the end of the day. But people don't give him his credit. They don't.
They on that Luka train.
Luka Doncic, Luka Magic.
And I love Luka, man.
That's the point, though.
For people on that train, man.
Yeah, and see, I'm in Dallas. I'm gonna put on a Dallas jersey in a minute, but I have to say this though. So check it out, right? Just like how Geb told me, and I had to think about it. Why give Trey Young all the hate? Create a narrative on Trey Young, but not nada, zilch, null and void to Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? How come they let Luka slide, but they get all the heat and the hate for Trey Young?
Wait a second. Wait. Before you go, hold your thought. Your MVP said
my MVP.
Luka was better than me. Let me address that. Ain't nobody ever wanted to see me when I was balling hard, playing basketball competitively. I was hell. Nobody wanted to go against me. I was pure hell. Luka ain't got nothing on me, brother. He ain't doing nothing that I ain't never did or seen before. Just wanted to address that for your MVP.
Yeah, Embiid, man, he finally made it. But that was my MVP. I don't know about Geb.
Sure.
But seriously, right? Got serious. But seriously, right? Okay, all right, I'm lying. I was
serious. Boy ain't better than me, man. Boy wasn't better than me.
Look at all right, man. Look at this dude, man. All right, I'm gonna just tell you, my true MVP, man, is Rudy Gobert, man.
Oh man, shut your phone off, man. Where's his jersey at?
I don't got one of none of his jerseys,
man. Yeah. I know you don't got one of his jerseys. You know better than that, player.
Why am I gonna get one of his jerseys, Geb?
You know better than that one, player.
Hey, I won't be able to sell that later. They're like, what is it? The greatest con artist in the history of a trade deadline?
I know who this. I don't know who that, bro. Look, I don't ever buy no damn. What's his name again? I forgot his name.
I know he from France. Bonjour.
Gobert.
But check it out. Check it out. The reason why he gets the right out of way. Unofficially, Ice Tway is the unofficial leader of the Atlanta Hawks. He is. You see what I'm saying? Trey, when they call him a coach killer, right? Now I did some, analysis, a little bit of independent research. It was stated, and he's not the only player that does this. Trey has a really hard rebellious streak. So what he would do, if it's a play that he does not like because he's playing, right, and because he does pull rank with a lot of, his teammates, he'll bypass the coach and he'll run another play. He'll take the ball and literally have it in his own hands, right? Now, mind you, when Trey does this, right, this is when he really shows out. This is the moment where Ice Trey gets the name Ice Trey. He's just that cold, you know what I'm saying? This is when he does the shaking, like it's quiet as in here, it's quiet as in here, you know what I'm saying? That's when he does it because, he pretty much delivers the game to his city when he does it. And a lot of people just don't like how he just blow them off. You know what I'm saying? He blows them off. So he's going to get a lot of negative heat. He's going to get a lot of slander. But one thing I like about Ice Trey, right? When the whole crowd is booing him, trying to throw stuff at him or whatever, just trying to just put him down at the end of the day, he still makes his shots. He still passes the rock. And he still brings competitive tenacity to the game. That's what makes him so interesting. But what you think of that, Gil?
No, man. Listen, I see it. I've been seeing him since he's been in the league. You know what I mean? Even before, like Trey been doing that. He been doing. That's why I didn't get all the hate. You know what I mean? Him being used for an agenda, a narrative, but it was nothing but deceptions at this whole time. You know what I mean? Sometimes people got to show you again who they are.
And see, Trey just won't show you. He'll shut you up. You get people mad at him. That's what he shut him up. They
shut him up. Shut him up, man.
They tried to talk about him one time in the media, right? Trey, he'll respond back to you, right? He told Charles Barkley to shut up, he's Winky. He told Shannon, he said Shannon only talked with his bottom lip.
Right.
And he said, watch this game tomorrow. Watch this game, Shannon. When he won the game, Shannon didn't say nothing. He was picking on somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Picking on somebody else. Trey
that's what I mean. Trey, he got that in him, man.
Yeah.
He have that in him, man. I'm a little man. I know. I understand. But I'm one of the best guards in the league. Let me show you this every night. Like y'all talk, I'm a ball hog. Watch, I'm gonna get 40 and drop 15 dimes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not only am I gonna drop 40, I'm gonna drop 15 dimes in the process.
Mm-hmm.
When James Harden did it, he the best ever. This guy's unbelievable when he was getting 35, 50, get 50 points a game, triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron do it, oh my God. This guy's great. Best ever. Westbrook was getting triple doubles, man. He's breaking records. Trey do it. Oh man, he a ball hawk, man. He don't get the ball back when he get the ball. Man, look at him, man. Nobody want to play with him. Huh?
What's that boy name? Number 5 from the Spurs. I think his last name Murray. He liked playing with Trey.
Yeah.
He loved
right, because he all-around player.
Yeah, and he even said it, right? Stated it, right? Capella. Capella's the one who always get those assists, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He always bring,
big man. Feed your big man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can hear Trey, going to the rim. Capella! You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had somebody told me when they was sitting down there, front seats, they heard him yell that. He always yells it. You see what I'm saying? They went to like 4 of his games. That's what he always does with Capella. But mind you, Trey shut him up at the end of the day. And it hurt them. It destroys their narrative. With Trey, they can't necessarily clamp it in and grind them because Trey doesn't have a LeBron. Trey doesn't have a Steph. Trey doesn't have a big star around him. He's on his own little island. You see what I'm saying? He's like motherfucking goddamn King Kong. You know what I'm saying? He's on Skull Island. you know, and we leave Skull Island, you know what I'm saying? You know, he do his thing, you feel me? So that's one thing about Trey that I had to give. He destroys his narratives. So they got to create new narratives. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to say some dumb shit like Trey, you know, doesn't sign autographs for children or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Stupid stuff.
So what's y'all thoughts on why Trey gets so much hate and is under so much scrutiny versus somebody like Luka, who Nick Wright put in his 75 greatest all time, and stood on it, and it's basically a media darling. You got people saying that he's the new Larry Bird and the next LeBron James. Well, why do y'all think he get so much love and Luka gets so much scorn? Considering, I mean, and Trey gets so much scorn, considering Trey got his team in the playoffs, Luka didn't.
Let me answer. All right, so okay. Because I'm a native of Dallas, you know what I'm saying? I love my city. I got to put the jersey on and rep it, man. You know what I'm saying? But Luka was supposed to be the next Dirk, right? From the rumors, they hanged out a lot. Dirk always go to his games, try to teach him, try to mold him and stuff like that. That was something that Mark Cuban personally concocted at the end of the day, you know? So because of that, right, Dirk was that guy, right? He was loved not only just in the city of Dallas, but everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? He gave Dallas, their first championship? No, that's not their first championship. Their first championship in a while. There we go. So Luka automatically got some of Dirk's clout, if you get what I'm saying. He was under the superstar's tutelage, under his shadow. So it was a lot of slack taken off of Luka. A lot of slack, you know. Trey had no one. Trey carved his own way at the end of the day. He created his own blueprint, his own playing style, and he made his own enemies at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So because he didn't have that guidance, I guess that's why they attack Trey so ferociously, because he's such a rebel. Because Luka's just a Boy Scout at the end of the day. But then again, he's what I call a pseudo Dirk. He's not all the way like Dirk, but he's missing that one thing that Dirk had: leadership. That's why he tried to lean on Kyrie so hard when Kyrie got down here. That's why he told Mark, yo, I'm going to leave. If you don't bring Jimmy Butler down here, which they wasn't finna do, bring a goddamn superstar down here, bring somebody. If you don't bring no other superstar, I'm leaving, I'm gone. Christian Wood is not cutting it. You know, you let go of Jalen, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you better bring somebody down here I can depend on. And, you know, brought Kyrie, the free spirit, down here, you know what I'm saying? But Kyrie wasn't no leader. And these are two so-called superstars who don't have leadership qualities trying to lead a team. You see what I'm saying? But they get a pass and Trey doesn't. It's popularity at the end of the day and complete bias. You get what I'm saying? Complete bias to the fullest.
Absolutely. Because he's white. It's a white boy. You know what I mean? It's always the great white hype. They always got to throw that factor in there. You know, who cares about the little black kid, the little arrogant black kid that get out there and just not listen to his coach, does what he want. Damn,
Yeah.
I see what Luka do. He do that same thing.
From the dirty style.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I see the same thing. Like, what's going on here? He shoot too much. I see the same thing with Luka.
Yeah.
He don't play no defense. He don't play no defense. Luka don't even show up for defense.
Luka lets you go straight past. Just, come on, man.
Straight pass. He's give me the ball. I just want the rock. I don't care nothing about no defense.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Trae Young, he comes in shape. Luka out of shape.
And admits it.
And admits that he's out of shape. You know what I mean? Like, so one looks to me, yeah, he does what he does, you know, but he definitely will get himself in shape to come and play for a season. While the other is half stepping. Yeah, I guess he getting used to the money. Get used to the money. But they still like, you know, we still gotta prop him up because this is one of our white hopes right here. You know, he's gonna be like the face, one of the face of the league once LeBron retires. So I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna put too much pressure on that guy. But Trae Young, he gonna get the pressure. He gonna get the blame. He gonna get all that, man. Because he ain't Luca.
And let me ask y'all this, because now you got in LA in LA's B team. I'm a Laker fan, so and shout out to my master teacher Andre the Voice Boyce. Yeah, I'm a Laker fan. LA's B team, the Clippers. That's Andre's team, by the way.
The B team.
The B team. Yeah, the B team. They ain't got no chips. The Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George get a lot of criticism for being hurt. Kawhi in particular. I remember, like, you know, Tracy McGrady having some injuries that he had to push through. Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway in particular had career damaging injuries where they were on a trajectory to be the next big thing, and then Grant Hill's ankle, Penny's knee derailed all that. But I never heard the vitriol that I kind of heard with Kawhi and Paul George. Why do y'all think they get so much criticism versus what we saw back then with those players?
Oh, hold up. Before you get there, hold up. I'm finna put the Clippers jersey on for Andre, and I'm gonna talk about Pandemic Pete. But you know, y'all can get on that. But I had to put Luka jersey on, man, right quick. I'm gonna be back to talk about the Clippers for Andre. My brother.
Shout out to my master teacher, Reverend Dollar B. Green.
Shout out to the master teacher himself, the Lord of all doctrines. That's right. But yeah, so let me put this Clipper jersey on, man. I'm gonna be right back, but y'all can go. I gotta do this special for Andre, man.
it looked like we lost our brother Geb, but yeah, I think that's kind of, I don't know if it's like a new age media thing or a new era media thing where players get hurt and we want to criticize them versus we just acknowledge the fact that they're hurt and we keep it pushing. When Larry Bird tore his back up and was laying on the floor towards the end of his career, I don't remember any criticism, but because Kawhi got bad knees, all of a sudden he getting criticized. I think that's a little bit weird. Go ahead, brother Geb, and drop that science, and don't be hating on the Lakers, man.
I'm not hating on the Lakers, man. I'm just like, wow, it's your team. It's cool. I mean, it's your team. No rain, no smoke over here, brother. At least not right now. We'll get, that's another day. But my man Kawhi, man, I mean, just it's kind of tough because you want to see him rock out on the floor, but then he can't rock out. You get frustrated with this guy. He'll get it. He'll come back, give you 30 tremendous performances. Then he'll be back on the bench again, like on the sideline, like I can't play. After he just got finished scoring 40, no, I can't play. So I get why people are frustrated, But like you just pointed out, a lot of these guys was injured. A lot of these guys, like you said, Penny, career injury. Grant Hill, career injury. Larry Johnson with his back, career injury. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of victory off of these guys. But like I said, in today's era, they will celebrate you and then throw your ass in the trash. He was just celebrated. Kawhi is the top 3, top 2, the best in the league. That was just, damn, I swear that was almost yesterday. Went to Toronto first year, championship. Woo! This man, bad boy. Get to the Clippers, hurt. Oh man, what's going on? I can't play because it's condition. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I'm right. Oh man, hell no. This guy, what's wrong with this guy, man? Oh, this guy, care about you, man. Just play.
I know who you talking about. You talking about my Hey man, his software ain't updated no more, man. His claws don't work like it used to, man.
Yeah, this your cyborg. This shit, what you call him?
The cyborg, man. He not.
Well, I told you about your cyborg.
Yeah, man.
I told you about your cyborg, brother.
Yeah. Man.
But is it unfair though? It's unfair treatment for Kawhi. Though. It's an unfair treatment that he's trying to look out for his career. He got an injury that I don't know what's wrong with his damn. I don't know, but he does. He got his own medical team, man.
He shouted.
We got a damn medical team walking on the side during the games, coming to the damn gym. His team with him, like what the hell? Like his Jack of Spades. I'm gonna get you, sucker, man. What the hell is going on, man? Hell is going on? Got the theme music playing, man. So they get frustrated with this. I can see maybe that's what it is. Maybe because like, yo, I got my own doctors. I got my own everything.
Yep. I had somebody kind of got on my nerves with this, you know. Shout out to Mr. Anonymous, but he is a how did he say it? He is a Popovich kid. He's part of Popovich's, you know. Yeah, he's a Popovich kid, so it's a part of the popularity. You see what I'm saying? He can do. Come on, when do you see Shannon and Skip talk about Kawhi? No, hey, I'll wait. Come on, man. When do you see? Listen, when these jerseys came out.
Hey, we see Shannon hate, but see, I don't know if it's fair to mention Shannon, because Shannon gonna hate on anybody that's potentially a threat to LeBron.
I feel you, and you know.
Okay, there you go.
Kawhi is, you know, Andre saying that they always talk about Kawhi. You gotta show me. Listen, he said Shannon hates Kawhi. Okay.
Oh shit! Like DMG just said, man. If I oppose LeBron, oh, you better look out. Listen. The GOAT James. Every week, GOAT James. Look at him. Look how he walked in the court. He the GOAT. Look at him. Look at him with the power in his hand. Look at him, Skip. Look at him. Oh my God, he's a GOAT, Skip.
Yeah. You know what?
He got a whole game.
You know,
LeBron got. LeBron, wait, what you saying, bro?
That remind me. Shannon almost got into a fight with the whole Grizzly squad.
He's out there fighting with the Grizzly team, man.
Yeah,
over GOAT James.
Think about that.
Over GOAT James.
He gotta be on that man payroll.
Nick Wright. All these guys, man.
Geb, he got Steve Adams mad.
Steve Adams, man.
When you get him mad, you get Aquaman mad. You messing up. You got a line.
I mean, look at him. Look at this, man. Like this guy, man. What's his name? Nick Wright and the whole crew, man. The Cowards, how you say his name. These guys can literally like be in the middle of talking about hockey. And then GOAT James just come out of nowhere. The guy got a hat trick. He got a hat trick. Celebrate the hat trick. Hey man, it remind me of GOAT James championship, man. That's why he the best. Look at his stats. Look how he put. Oh, I swear, narratives and deception. This is killing the game. This is why a lot of old school guys don't like the new school ways because it ain't because of the play, but for the most part, it's because the narratives that they put out there and the deceptions that they trying to run across, like we don't see it. Like we don't see it. We see it.
But see,
We see it, man.
see, yo, check this out, right? Here the thing. Okay, maybe Shannon talking about when Kawhi was he was with the Spurs and he was just and LeBron was losing his goddamn mind. Maybe that's what he talking about. I don't see now though. But
What's that? What's that?
About the Kawhi Leonard hate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that
You say you don't see it now?
you know, maybe he was talking about back then when he was with the Spurs Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Young Kawhi.
Nah, it's about Clippers Kawhi Leonard.
Clippers I gotta go back and see. I don't see it. But I know who they talk about a lot. They talk about this man. Pandemic Pete. Hey, they talk about Paul
Oh,
George.
that guy.
They talk about Paul George more than they talk about Kawhi. Sometimes I forget how
So
hard
so
Rockets.
so are they on the same team?
Bro, they on the same. No, but hold up. You know what? When this I gotta say this. When this jersey came out, Geb, this is the 75th Icon Edition jersey, the 75th.
75th. Damn, that's more than playoff P and Kawhi. That's more games than they played together.
Yeah. Actually, they made a joke about that. It is, and then guess what? Right?
If they could get 75 in, man, they probably win a championship.
Yeah, because it was their anniversary last year, like the the NBA anniversary, 75th anniversary. So guess what? They had a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the jersey clean. Pandemic Pete lighted. You know what I'm saying? I like Paul George. I'm a fan. But guess who showed up for the photo shoot but didn't play? Kawhi. He just popped out of nowhere. He said, all right, I'm gone. Drove off in his Chevy. That's paid for.
So he just showed up and bounced.
Yeah, showed up in the photo shoot, put the jersey on, took the jersey home and left. And this new.
See, they different, man. They different. That's what I'm saying. It's so different now. Watching these guys, man, I don't know. They get pampered so much. It's like they run a team. Certain players run the damn team.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Look at the GM. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Like,
hey,
man, hold on, wait. That has to be a whole entire separate episode. You know what I'm saying? There has to be that right there. Hey, don't you agree, DMG?
100%.
That has to be a whole businessman, actor.
Listen,
you know.
Listen. I mean, listen, LeBron is bad, man. 20 years is incredible, though. 20 years playing at the level, that's incredible, man.
I think the thing of the show, like that Jay-Z line, first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
Yeah.
I think that's basically the theme of it, because we remember when they hated LeBron. When LeBron went to Miami.
Yes, sir.
It was all bad.
Yeah.
He had to go back and do the Cleveland. This is for you to redeem.
Right.
So it is in this era. You have to play by a certain tone that they've set in order to be accepted, and that's the bottom line. You go against that narrative, you buck against that narrative, and you open yourself up to exactly what we're talking about, narratives and deceptions, because they have a storyline that they want these athletes to play out. They want to be Vince McMahon, and they want these athletes to be WWE superstars, and they want to control, you know, the narrative. And when it don't go the way they think it should go, it's a problem. It's kind of like the only issue I have with it. Like, so me as a fan, I can say if it was up to me, Kevin Durant would have stayed with OKC and did what Jordan did and kept playing the Warriors till he beat them, like Jordan did the Pistons. But Kevin Durant was a free agent and he can do what he want to do. However, now the media says that was the weakest move by an NBA superstar ever. Now that follows that man wherever he goes. So when he started having issues in Brooklyn, well, this is the same man who made the weakest move ever in the NBA. You see what I mean? It is narratives and deceptions. Because how was him making a decision as a free agent the weakest move ever?
Right.
He was a free agent, and they had cap space.
You're a free agent.
You see what I mean?
You are a free agent. You go anywhere you want. That's the rules.
Y'all supposed to be journalists. Y'all not fans like me. Exactly. I can say I thought that was if it was up to me, he'd have did what Jordan and Bird and Magic but he was a free agent.
Yeah. Like you said, as a fan, oh yeah, that's the weak move. That's the weakest move. But you guys are journalists.
You're a journalist. And so, but again, they have these narratives that they want these players to play, to walk out. And when they don't do it according to what they want them to walk out, that's when the deception starts. And so now Kevin Durant, one of the most talented players we've ever seen, 7 foot, can shoot from anywhere on the floor, can put the ball on the floor, can blow by you, can play defense, can rebound, all of these different things, keep his nose clean, never had no off-the-court controversies outside of a Twitter account, which was nothing. But these things become deceptions because he didn't walk out the narrative they wanted him to. And so first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools.
Real talk.
You know, it's a game for fools because KD realized it was a game for fools. You know, because he said, you know what? I'll be the villain, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let LeBron James win about 6-7 chips under my watch. If he can do it, so can I. If it's okay that he did it in Miami, let me just join this Golden State team. They want me. They came. Hey, we had a meeting. They came over. We need you, man. He said, all right, cool, man. Let's rock. And they won. Not only did they win their first year upon his arrival. Not only did he win the first time, upon his arrival, they didn't lose to a team that they should have beat. Like Miami should have beat Dallas. I don't understand this. I don't understand how they lost to Dallas. I still to this day do not understand. I mean, listen, Dirk a bad man. Dirk a bad man. But God damn it. Hey, I got King James and D Wade and Bosh.
And they peak at the peak of their power.
Come on, man.
Show me a moment in Michael Jordan's career, in his playoff career, where he had a situation like what LeBron had against Dallas. It don't exist. And here's another narrative and deception, if I may, real quick, Craig. No doubt. Michael Jordan had one all-star player alongside him his whole career. That was Scottie Pippen. And keep in mind, Scottie Pippen wasn't an all-star his entire career. But like when they won in 91, Scottie Pippen, I don't think he was an all-star. I think he was an all-star from 92 on. But But even if he was an All-Star in 91, that's fine. Before that, he wouldn't. I know he didn't start consistently being an All-Star until after they started winning championships. My point is, people point that out as if to diminish Michael Jordan accomplishments. Now, when we look at LeBron went and joined 2 perennial All-Stars. Then when he left, he had 2 more perennial All-Stars in Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Then went to the Lakers after 1 year. He went and got another perennial All-Star, top 5 player in the NBA, and was trying to get Kawhi Leonard. If look. And so my thing is this narrative and deception that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, it just gotta stop. Shout out to Sutek.
Says Sutek. What's Sutek at?
I don't see him in the chat, but he the one. He one of the biggest pushers of that narrative and that deception of LeBron James being better than MJ.
Oh, okay, I get you. I got you. Yeah. I mean, like I said, them look. These guys like Sutek, they run a bunch of narratives as well. Narratives they have, deceptions they also have, because they can never give me nothing real. No, they can never give me nothing tangible on these so-called facts that they have. Soon you debunk that shit, knock it out the damn park, they come up with another damn lie. They got a lie to kick it. That's one thing I don't have to do, man. I don't have to lie to try to prove a point. I ain't got to lie on LeBron. I don't have to lie on LeBron to try to make a point. I can tell the truth about LeBron. Shit, LeBron. Shit, I love LeBron coming out of high school. I said he's gonna be a star. He's gonna be one of the best I ever played. People thought I was crazy way back in those times coming out of high school. I seen his game. I saw his build. I saw his IQ. I saw the vision, the court vision that he had. I seen him. I said, this kid, the speed. This kid, one of a kind. But what I didn't know, in the beginning of his career, he was that weak mentally. I didn't know that.
Yeah, didn't he need like oxygen treatments because dude was tossing up his arms or something?
Hold on, what you say, brother? Hold on, what you say?
Delonte was tossing up his mama or something, and he had to get oxygen or something like that.
Come on.
Hey man, look, man.
I got
and not for nothing. If one of Michael Jordan's teammates was tossing up his mama, Michael Jordan would have knocked him out.
Yeah, Michael.
You better know it. You better know it.
Come on, man. You know, let's just put it like this. You know, LeBron is very dramatic, man. And his mama is his world, man. The whole world, you know. Think about somebody doing that to Kevin Durant, man. You know what I'm saying? He'll cry like he did at an award ceremony. Real MVP. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, man.
I guess LeBron. I mean, I guess he couldn't really handle it. I mean, like he couldn't handle it, man. Certain people they react differently. But he couldn't deal with it.
When you mess with that man's comfort zone, that's when you see the meltdown. Like, when they had that, they didn't call that foul against the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? And they won, by the way. But I know Philly pissed. But when they had that win against LeBron and them, right?
When J.R. Smith messed up in the finals.
Yeah, but hold on, check this out. That's legendary. But he was high, I believe. That's my conspiracy theory. But check this out. Check this out.
Wait. Hold up.
Y'all was high.
What the heck? Like I don't know, DMG. This guy think he like Clark Kent or something. He just keep bringing just coming up with new jerseys and hats. So who this guy think he is?
Oh,
Like, is he a sponsor for the NBA? So are they paying me for this? Like,
I'm loving the wardrobe.
oh, no.
See, all I wear is the V-neck polo T-shirt. I'm gonna have to go get me some colors.
Talk about Geb. I had the same jersey on this whole entire time, man.
You wear Celtics, really?
What you talking about? Yeah, I mean, you know, the Celtics won the night they beat Philly, man.
Man, I get it, man, but you know.
Well, yeah. Anyway, hold up. I gotta say this, man. Like, when you attack LeBron's comfort zone, right? Like, when the Memphis Grizzlies was, like, getting at him, trash talking last year, right? He just lost his cool. You know what I'm saying? John Morant was getting in his head. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, when he played against the dang Celtics, right? When they didn't call that foul that Tatum did on LeBron, right? I mean, I don't know how the hell they missed that. But LeBron had a total meltdown on the court. He went ape shit, literally. Just going crazy. His teammate, like, what the hell wrong with you, bro? Bro, why you all on the damn floor, bro?
Told his ass get up, man. It's only a game, man. Get your ass up.
You too big for all this.
I think he had a flashback to like Cleveland. I think he had a flashback when he was in Cleveland.
So he had NBA PTSD. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, he had quite a little flashback at the time. I'm like, man, what is he doing?
And you know what? You know my favorite thing? When LeBron have these episodes, you always see the back of his head when he's walking to the locker room before anybody else. That is the greatest thing, bro. That'd be the most funniest thing. Win or lose. He be walking back there, be like, oh, well, y'all lost, I didn't.
Basically, that seems like his attitude, ain't it?
Yeah.
No, that's what he said, you know. He literally said that after one of the finals losses. He's like, hey, I did my part. Yeah. Look at my stats. Wow. Really?
Well, but see, that's the thing. But when you destroy his comfort zone, that's when LeBron loses his dang mind. And his mama was a part of his comfort zone. You see what I'm saying? Oh, boy. I believe somebody paid the mafia, somebody paid him to toss up his dang mom. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know.
Should have got mad at him. Should have got mad at his mama.
He couldn't do that, man. I mean, what? That's like asking Kevin Durant to get mad at his mama.
Man, mama can't be doing that, man. Come on now. Mama can't be doing that, brother.
Think about how these mamas are so supportive of their superstars, man. Kevin Durant mama was ready to fight PJ Tucker. She ready to fight him, and he a fool.
No, she wasn't gonna fight him, man. They grew up with each other. That's like her little son.
And she I'm trying to remember. She got into it one time with DeMarcus Cousins about how she was trying to rough up Kevin Durant. Like, man, get your mama, man. You've been saying this stuff to me.
Wait, sir, I just saw this YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And I seen a comment. So, okay, I get it. That's why I was asking what's going on with this Tech thing. Oh, he's saying the real face of boxing comes back tomorrow. So he's talking about Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, my God.
That's what he's talking about, Canelo Alvarez.
Wait.
The face of boxing.
So you're
means an active fighter.
Okay.
That's a shot at Tankomaniacs. Oh, okay. He's saying Tank ain't the face, Canelo's the face. So what you think about that, DMJ? What you think about that, man?
Here's the issue, man. And I figured this out about my brother Sutek. Sutek is one of these cats. You know, everybody know one that just got to be a contrarian. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It just whatever people, whatever opinion is, whatever the general consensus is, he got a buck against it. Everybody know that dude, man. Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Bill Russell, Hakeem Olajuwon, and you know Patrick Ewing. You know, top centers all time, right? Sutek come in talking about Brad Doherty. You know what I mean? Just
right.
just some old random stuff. Man, Brad Doherty was underrated in Cleveland or something. Just like
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Duckworth, something. You know what I mean? Like,
Rick Smits.
yeah, that you know, Sabonis, like Sabonis. That's the type of cat he is, man. And so,
yeah.
what you got to do in a conversation with an individual who is just like psychotically contrarian. I'm not a psychologist, but I took Psych 101 in college. I'm diagnosing him a clinic, like a psychotic contrarian, and to counter his condition, you just say stuff like LeBron is the GOAT. And then he'll start saying things like, nah, Steph Curry or Kawhi Leonard or Duncan. He'll just start pulling stuff out his butt then, because it's gotta be contrarian to the to the consensus or the popular opinion. And that's just what it is. And so just start saying Muhammad Ali couldn't box. And then he'll start, coming around to making sense, because you have to not make sense in order for a psychotic contrarian to make sense.
Okay. All right, I said you got to use the reverse psychology. Now, mind you, everyone, he's not here tonight. He didn't and come through the back door like wild animal Memphis. But the man who is the wild animal, Ratchet Craig, has his bachelor's in psychology. So, because of that, right, he actually diagnosed this Sutek individual with this strange mental illness of not understanding certain parts of the athletic arena. You know what I'm saying? So, here at the sports doesn't like to be official a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? But
shout out to the ratchet one.
Shout out to the ratchet one, wherever he is being ratchet.
Ratchet. Yeah, we'll get to know where he'll be on.
Yeah. You're the LeBron hater right there. He'll have 5 billion reasons of why LeBron is not the GOAT. That'll be coming up real soon, right? But I'm gonna just be honest with you. To say that Tank Davis is not boxing, you're insane, and you should stay away from, people in general who have sense, because you have to look at the hype and the popularity of Tank. And not only that, how many people would invest and how many people would travel worldwide just to see him fight? You see what I'm saying? Geb, in your opinion, do you feel like
yes, sir,
bigger than Mayweather now?
What happened?
In your opinion, do you feel like Tank is bigger than Mayweather now?
Oh man, absolutely not.
Okay, check this out.
Absolutely not.
Check this out, right?
Nah.
Check this out. The reason why he's big as Mayweather, right, is because he hasn't had the down hard fights like Mayweather, right? And I feel like a lot of Tank's opponents, a lot of people say it also, Tank was way more skilled than them. You see what I'm saying? Who was that dude? He was a nobody, but he had a horrible record, but they called him like the drunken master, and he almost beat Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
No, he was just Floyd's toughest fight.
Yeah. They said he almost beat him though.
No, he was just toughest fight. He was a tough fight. They asked Floyd's toughest fight.
Brain freeze, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tank has crossed a lot of individuals.
He talking about Emmanuel Augustus.
I think that's his
name.
At
the time he was Emmanuel Bird, but he changed his name to Augustus.
I think that's
the drunken master.
Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's his name.
I gotta say this. Tank hasn't fought a lot of individuals like that dude. I mean, a lot of his opponents he's been more skilled, and there's only been a few that, was almost there. Tank always had the edge, right? But that does not negate the fact that he's still not recognized as the face of boxing today. You see what I'm saying? Because think about it, he's under Mayweather's shadow, even though he carved his own path. You see what I'm saying? And not only that, I'll tell you this, right? Because of the uproar and the rebirth of boxing, Tank was around at a perfect opportunity. And because of that, right, he became the face by default. Prodigy. Even though he had other prodigies, he was just the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? Another narrative, another form of popularity propaganda. I'm gonna call it that. Popularity propaganda. You see what I'm saying? But because he is so popular, and a lot of people go to see him just by chance, a lot of times, right? He became that face by default. And not only that, he has a lot of skills, and not just the skill. He's very dynamic in his boxing, even though I still say Tank out a lot of his opponents, but he's still a phenomenal boxer. That's why he's the face.
I got you.
So,
I agree that Tank is. I would say he's the new face of boxing, and what he got going for him is he fight tough opponents. Like, you know, he not ducking nobody. Like Earl Spence and my man's, they don't want to fight each other,
Nice.
but he fighting whoever, and as long as he keep that up, he gonna endear himself to the fans. I think that's what endeared Canelo to most people. He went and fought Triple G, and so I think as long as he keep doing that, his popularity gonna continue to rise. And so I don't know if anybody can get to where Mayweather got to, because at the time he got to that, Mayweather was boxing. Like it wouldn't nobody else really marquee with him, because Pacquiao had fell off. Canelo was just coming up. Remember, Floyd schooled Canelo.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to act like that didn't happen, but he made Canelo look like he was in
Jello.
Matthew Dickey or something. And so, you know, it's right now we got an opportunity to see boxing kind of come back strong, and I think Tank could be at the forefront of it. But when Floyd was at his peak, it was just him carrying it.
I just want to say this, right? I want to say this. I mean, in a lot of ways, Floyd made it for Tank. You see what I'm saying? Because Tank was never pretty boy Tank like Mayweather was pretty boy Floyd. You see what I'm saying? He never transformed like how there was Cassius Clay and then all of a sudden Muhammad Ali. You get me? He never had that transformation. He was always Tank Davis. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Floyd never put him in position to be pretty boy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He just wanted him to be Money Mayweather, but not pretty boy. Because if he'd have made him pretty boy, the fighters he could have fought at the time would have been on the same type of page that Floyd was on. See, Floyd fought monsters as pretty boy.
Yeah, he fought demons.
You know what I'm saying? This pretty people don't understand that. So Floyd got 2 careers, first 10, last 10.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Zab Super Judah and all that, like, you know,
Yeah.
And everybody want to talk that Floyd ain't fight nobody, and it's like you must have only watched boxing the last 8 years.
Yes. Yeah, they had to.
Started watching it. You know,
but I mean, Tank never had that opportunity. Floyd never gave him that, and Tank never asked for it. Tank just go on whatever Mayweather Promotions gave him. You know what I mean? Getting money, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But they missed out on a lot of fights that could have been legendary. People that was good. Like I still wanted to see him and Tevin Farmer, the Philadelphia boxer. that was a rivalry back then. They used to bump heads all the time. Never happened though. Like, damn, what happened to that one? You know what I mean? Like Lomachenko called him out. They didn't want him to fight Lomachenko. Matter of fact, one time Floyd threatened because him and Tank was beefing. He threatened to put him in the ring with Lomachenko as if he could hold his own with him.
Oh wow!
I put him. I'm gonna put Tank. He's fighting Lomachenko next because he was mad. He didn't really mean it though, but he announced it. So they never give him a pretty boy career. They just want this whole money Mayweather, get money. So far as being the face, Canelo definitely is the cash cow because he got Mexico, he got Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He got Mexico, he got Mexican Americans. You know, they love their fighters, they support their fighters. So Canelo is definitely a face of boxing, but I think Tank is taking his place because Canelo's not fighting. He ain't fighting the guys who want to see him fight no more.
Do you think we could ever see a Canelo Tank fight?
Nah, I don't think so. He's too far in weight right now.
Okay.
Tank will have to go all the way up to like 160.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows if Canelo even go back down that way. But I want to say about you. I heard you mention earlier. You said Earl and Bud don't want to fight each other. Now, what makes you say that? What makes you think they don't want to fight each other?
I just like why they not negotiating?
Well, they is. They are. They had before.
I must have missed it. It seemed like it keep falling apart.
They was negotiating last year.
Yeah, how far apart? And just give me some insight. How far apart are they, and what's holding us up?
To be honest with you, in my opinion, I think Bud holding it up. I think Bud is holding his fight up.
Oh wow!
With his demands, and like his last demands was he wanted control over some type of what was it? The concessions of the fight. Like he wanted his money, but he also wanted control over where the money goes, as far as who they pay, the concessions, the gate. He wanted control over that as well.
What?
Who in the hell gets that? As the B side at that.
So he being unreasonable on purpose.
He's been unreasonable on purpose, and a lot of people think that it's he deserved that. You know what I'm saying? Who goes into a fight without a guarantee? They ain't give him a guarantee. I won't fight either. I said, wait a minute. I'm like, many fighters fought without guarantees. They say, all right, we're gonna get the back end was guaranteed because we know this fight gonna be big. So they'll pay them a little on the front end, they'll give them a little bit on the front end, but then they get all that money on the back end. That's how PBC run their business. They give you about $1 million, 1.5, but then all your money coming from the back end, especially on the pay-per-view. But him being with Top Rank, he never got none. He never did any of those things. Because Top Rank, they was assigned. He got $2 to $3 million to fight, guaranteed. That's it. One flat rate. So now that he left Top Rank, he think he can do business on his own, which he cannot do on his own, brother. You see what it's causing this right here with him not fighting, him not signing the paper. Sign the paper. But I'd say Earl need to move on, man. Earl wasting his time. Wasting his daggone career right now, man. Move on from that fight. It's taking too damn long.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it's gonna happen.
Me neither.
Especially with what you just told me, because I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, this was going on. Just going on right now. A report just came out. A report just came out. Who was it? I forgot who said, but they said somebody. They said they talking. Um, the guy Steven Espinoza, one of Showtime advisors, saying that it's 98% done. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? 98% done. Shit, don't tell me that. Tell me it's done. But at the same time, they saying it's one person holding the fight up because they want, whatever the contract is, it's not meeting their criteria. Well, I already know who that is. I already know who the hell that is because he did the first time. It's the same thing happened last year. And then he you see his live video, his Facebook live or whatever he did.
Nah.
He made a live video after the fight was off. After he fought the other cat just now, he fought him in his hometown. He made a Facebook live trying to save face, trying to tell everybody how it was Earl and his team fought the fight that happened. I'm like, man, you already admitted that's already an admission that it's your fault by making a damn video.
You ain't. People don't realize that, man. I remember Sonetta said something, and I found that to be true. He say the person who make a bunch of videos after the debate is the person that lost, and I was like, damn, that's facts.
Right. Every time you debate on Sonetta TV, whoever lost made like 10 videos in one day.
Yeah.
Talking about the debate.
Yeah.
Here's my real PowerPoint that I couldn't get on because Sonetta wouldn't let me. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. They go to another debate. They had a whole slide presentation. It's like 4 hours long.
And for all the people that hate on the brother, unless he asked about it, I ain't never seen Jabari make a video about nobody.
Right.
I done seen plenty made about him, but I ain't seen him make one about nobody after a discussion.
You know how that go. But that's what it is, though. You know what I mean? Like, Cat made a video telling his fans it was my fault. I talked to Spence. Then he told me he had these hedge funds that was going to give him $25 million apiece. And Spence was saying, "What about the back end?" He's like, "Oh, shoot, don't worry about the back end, man. He gonna give us like 80-20." So it was all crazy. It was one of those type of things. How he was explaining what happened, it was one of those things when you got the cat in your neighborhood that you know him, but you don't rock with him, but you know him from school or something. He come up to you with a money scheme. Yeah, man, I've got these. I got involved in a new cosmetic product, man. You got to buy this, man. You got to get in on this. You're gonna get rich. That's how he was explaining what happened between him and Earl when he was on the phone talking.
The one thing we know is the male ego can be fragile. And when you're dealing with athletes, even more so because they used to being catered to in a particular way. And so when you're an athlete who in your own arena, you the top of the food chain, but then you come across an athlete who is now on a higher echelon and you have to acquiesce. It's hard for some people to do. And when he come into somebody like Earl Spence, it's like, bruh, you the B-side. So first of all, chill with all these demands. And that's hard for somebody to even listen to or contemplate, because it's like, wait a minute. I've been told for the last 20 years that I'm the cat's meow, and now this cat think he can tell me to chill? No, this is what I want. And so I get it, but at the same time, somebody gonna have to humble themselves.
Once you gotta realize you are the B-side for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's the A side for a reason. I think once he understands those reasons, which it's like he's trying to compete. He's trying to prove that he his own boss and Errol Spence not his own boss.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's trying to prove that.
Ego.
Ego.
And let me ask y'all this as it pertains to boxing and combat sports in general. Do y'all feel like boxing, because we know boxing got the three main commissions and whatnot. What is it? The WBC, WBF, and WBC. I mean,
it's four now.
Oh, it's four. Okay.
Yeah,
WBO.
right. WBO. Yep.
And so, with that being said, they all kind of conduct themselves in various manners. Right. It's some ambiguity between the regulations between these organizations.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you think that the way it works in these MMA organizations like Bellator, UFC, etc., where the fighters, they can refuse a fight, but for the most part, it's the organization's purview to make matches. And the fighters just show up and get paid. Now, they don't make nowhere near as much as they do in boxing. Right. But the way it's set up, because it's that one body, and we just have one organization, and we have matchmakers. Do you feel like that's a better system than what we have with a lot of the chaos that we see in boxing?
Yes, because their fights are lined up. They know who they're going to fight even before or after the actual fight.
Yeah.
You know, they have tournaments actually. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine boxing tournaments like they did what they did. I don't know if you remember the super middleweight tournament, Andre Ward. Remember that? Yeah. Man, everybody had to fight each other. All 8 fighters had to fight each other one way or another.
Yeah.
Win or lose, they had to fight each other.
Yeah, it's like I just look at like the heavyweight division in the 70s, and then the middleweight division in the 80s. Like I call them, the Four Horsemen: Hagler, Leonard, Hearns, Duran. And even in the 90s, when you just had superstars like Roy Jones, Tyson, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and different, De La Hoya.
De La Hoya.
Trinidad. Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? What was my man name? Was undefeated for Hellas. Julio
Chavez, yep.
You just had it's so different now. And I think because of the star power, they were able to sort of navigate those organizations better, because they can kind of lean on them with the weight of their star power to say, hey, I want to fight Felix Trinidad. I don't care what y'all talking about. This is who I want to fight. And De La Hoya, like say what you want to about him now, he fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought Chavez. Chavez was at the end, but he fought Felix Trinidad and got beat up. But he fought. You know what? I can't remember if he beat Trinidad or not. Now that I think about it, I know he beat Pernell, and Pernell probably should have won, but I can't remember who won between him and Trinidad.
Well, Trinidad won. De La Hoya was doing great in the beginning. Then he started to let off the gas, and he thought he had the rounds in the bag. And Trinidad was, he was aggressive, and the refs went with the aggression. And De La Hoya was just boxing on his toes, but he was, he stopped boxing. Period.
Okay. Yeah.
Costing the fight.
And they all fought each other, and they could kind of tell these organizations, hey, this is what I'm doing, because they had the weight to do so. Now it's like these governing bodies is like, hey man, y'all doing what we tell y'all to do. And I'm like, when? Because you just don't have that singular force behind your name. I think a person like Tank, Canelo, obviously, they got some weight to where they'd be like, they could probably do that. But I don't see too many individuals with that kind of clout where you can sort of, where you can kind of say, hey, I know y'all, this what y'all talking about, but this what I'm trying to do. This is what the people want to see. I don't really see, we don't see a lot of that like we used to have back in bygone days. And I know people get tired of people like me. I'm 46 that talk about past eras, but it's hard not to notice the contrast between now and then when we talk about the quality of these sporting events. It's to me, it's clear that we had a better quality of fights. We had a better quality of NBA matchups. We had a better quality of NFL competition. It just seems to me something somewhere got lost in the shuffle. I can't really put my finger on it.
Yeah, it was. I would say, like for me, I'm trying to push boxing because I love boxing so much. And I think that people need to tune back into boxing because boxing need the hardcore fans, of course, and the casual fans, so the casual fans can understand. Just like how they watch UFC now. I think the best combat sport will be boxing. I know people pick UFC, but I love boxing. The science, the art, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love watching fights. Any fight, you know what I'm saying? Styles make fights. The boxer versus the puncher versus the banger, the banger versus the brawler versus the technician. I love all that. You know what I'm saying? So when I see it today in its current state, I see a lot of good fights, potential fight. Like look at Tank division. Tank got killers in his division that we haven't seen yet, brother. Like, let me ask you a question. Just for both of you guys. Name the black fighter, the elite black fighter that Tank fought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, Geb, I get your point.
Like it hasn't happened yet. Like, what is going on here?
I get your point. And see,
who became the face of boxing? You haven't even got a top black fighter on your list, on your hit list.
Check this out though, right? It's like I said, popularity propaganda. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's coming though, if you ask me. It's only a matter of time.
Matter of time. The time is now.
Exactly.
We waited long enough. It's either Devin Haney or nothing. It's either Shakur Stevenson or nothing. It's either Frank Martin or nothing.
That's
I don't want to see another Garcia. God damn, I want to see a Lopez, a Bakagoli Gali, a Gamboa, a Sabio Rarimier, Musilio Rivera. I get it, nigga. I get it, Floyd. Mexican killer. I get it. They got a country behind them, but god damn, can we still fight some black fighters, please? Top fighters, so we can still get it on, see who the best.
Somebody's gonna give them that work.
You know what I'm saying? In between time, can we see them fight the other killers in the division, please? Black fighters, can they get some money? Can they get their big payday? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey man, you got
Ronaldo. Good point. That's a good point.
You got Ronaldo. You have.
Hey fellas, we're a little over 2 hours, and I got some of that organic honey that
yes sir
is calling me to spread on my queen toes. Anybody that watch Paradigm Shift know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get ready to sign off. I hope I was worthy of this seat And I definitely got to thank y'all for allowing me to sit here. I hope I was able to provide some good commentary and bring at least a little something to the table on this esteemed broadcast.
It was dope, man. It was dope. It's good having you, brother.
Hold up, DMG. I gotta do this. Listen, brother. You too kind. Like, for real, D Money. You don't think I was working. No, nigga, you pulled the caliber, man. Pulled it. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed. Geb was impressed. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you did your part on your first debut. Man.
Hold up. I was gonna say one thing for my man, brother DMG Lee. Who the hell cares about Tattletale Lavelle? We got DMG on this son bitch. You see? Like, get rid of his card. Get rid of your love for this guy. Let him stay in the other world. You know what world I'm talking about. Let him stay in that other world. At your workplace, what do they do with no shows every day? At your workplace in y'all history, what they do with no shows?
They get the act.
You know what I'm saying?
And they get replaced.
That's all I want to say, man. That's all I want to say with that. Yeah, I'm glad my brother DMG came out. Good to have you on this thing. We're gonna have some more great shows, man. This is great right here. This is a great show. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Definitely appreciate it. Sorry for my Philly fans out there, man.
Hey, man, Philly over here, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's going on with it?
At least Joel got his trophy, though, y'all.
Hey, look. I always say this. I'm not impressed with nothing James Harden does until you can lead me to the championship. Lead me to the championship. I don't care about 45-point games. That one game. Keep showing me that. And guess what? They are who we thought they were. In the words of Herman Edwards.
Real talk. I'm more worried about Doc Rivers than I am James Harden, to be honest. But
well, they probably both be gone anyway.
Man.
They might break it up though. They might break it all up. Embiid too.
Yeah. We know Embiid gonna retire a Laker. Lakers swoop up all the big men.
Yeah. You gotta help LeBron out there. We get it.
Maxey. You think gonna keep Maxey? You build around
yeah, they gonna keep him. They gonna keep Maxey. They gonna build around that guy.
Get out of here, man.
Hey, I gotta say salute to the brother Geb. Very, very, very knowledgeable. Salute to the fastest changing man in YouTube. I ain't never seen nothing like it. This man I've never seen,
oh, he had all jerseys, bro.
Award show hosts with I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Hey, DMG, it's like whoever we mention in basketball, he put the jersey on.
Yeah,
in a hat.
I'm like, dang, my man mentioned Jokic, and next thing you know, I see a Denver jersey. I said something about Kawhi Leonard, he got on a Clippers jersey. I'm like,
hey, I'm just saying, I got it all ready, brother.
You got it all ready, bro. You see his wardrobe room, right?
Got it all ready. Hey, when we talk about the Toon stuff, Space Jam, LeBron, I got it, bro.
Oh, wow.
I got it.
Hey, this brother is committed.
What you want? You want the Monstars?
Dedicated, man.
We
got the Monstars, brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got the Monstars. I even got the new one, brother. When
wow.
When LeBron had his questionable acting. His questionable acting. And I even got the Goon Squads with it too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
Man, that boy got all them damn jerseys, man.
Hey, I'll be black at it. I'm looking
No
forward
doubt.
to becoming black, and I definitely enjoyed myself, man. Y'all brothers stay up. Salute.
You too, brother.
Subscribe to Paradigm Shift TV. We're gonna be doing a lot of crossing over. So
Yes, sir.
big things popping.
Hey, get to them. Hey, get to them toes, man. Get to them toes, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace, my brothers.
Peace.
I mean, you tomorrow,
Hey.
you and him would get along. You would
Oh,
get along.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They would,
Sometimes you
for
gotta be
real.
like,
yeah.
we came, we went, we banged and we bent. Sometimes feel like we here, and sometimes we feel like we went. Don't know where they go, don't know how they flow. But one thing I do know that you cannot flow no more. Tell the veil. You can go to hell, but ever come back on this beat track because you can't no more because your tail. Go back to the Naga world. You know you can't be out here, your spider girl.
That man is held hostage, man. Pray for that man.
Hell hostage, y'all. Yo, man, like and subscribe, man. Everybody, man, like and subscribe. This is brought to you by the Newsroom, man. Sports Dungeon, Newsroom. Never in the working service, man. Whatever y'all need, we got it, man. Relationship, history, religion, sports, whatever. We got it.
It's
only the beginning.
And common sense. Only the
You know, dope.
Yeah, and hey, and if you need an education in the history, sports, Dr. E.B., the greater entertainer, Bureau, T'Challa himself will teach you your misconceptions and give you the right answer. Yeah, man.
From the dog dungeon.
But yeah. Yeah, man. But anyway, we signing out, man. We appreciate you and love y'all. All right. Good night.
Like and subscribe, y'all. Peace.
Or else.
Yahweh, 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 Yahweh.